Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we are talking Love Island. Today we are talking about what took place on the latest episode, you guys. And we have another recoupling and probably a dumping on the next episode, you guys. So let's get into it. So the episode picks up where we left off, which is the morning after the heart rate challenge. If you haven't checked out my review to that video, please check that out. I just uploaded it a little while ago. But yeah, so Dami and Andrew decide they want to make breakfast for their ladies and make breakfast for Tasha and India. And Andrew's was more so an I'm sorry breakfast. I don't know how you could be sorry that you felt a stronger heart rate, a stronger pulse to Danica, you guys. I don't understand. But anyways, the men all said that Danica's dance was the best out of everybody. And I hope they would tell that to her face. I just feel so bad for her. I feel like everybody hates her, except for India. Like, I feel like everybody but India and Dami, hate this poor girl. And I just feel so bad for her, but we'll get to that a little bit later. India made the comment though, when they went to go grab India and, Tasha, she made the comment that Dami's made her pancakes before. She was like, pancakes again? And she got all excited and she was like, my heart's racing for the pancakes and everything else, and like kissed him, thank you, and all this and that. And then Dami said, sometimes you just have to do this, to make a girl feel special. However, sometimes you don't do it too much because then they're getting used to it, but you got to do it enough to keep them on their toes and wanting more. And I was like, I see you, Dami. I see you. You want access to the beauty salon tonight. You are fooling absolutely nobody. I see what it is, Dami. I see what it is. The heart rates didn't heart rate for either one of you in the challenge. Probably nothing happened overnight. So you're like, you know what? Let me get up, make her breakfast. Let's have a good day. Let me show her I'm all about her. And then I'm going to get lucky tonight. Yes, I see through it all. Then for some reason, Andrew wanted to reveal that he was orally exploring Tasha last night. And I'm like, y'all are so nasty. Like, you guys do it practically every night. Like, we don't need a play-by-play at this point. We hear you in the sheets. We see you guys doing it all. We don't need a play-by-play anymore, you guys. We do not. But I just find it funny because I'm like, Tasha is not into Andrew, you guys, but she has to stick with him at this point by default because she knows the public doesn't like her. And at this point with her, trying to grab 4 different guys while in this couple with Andrew, she has to stick it out at least through Casa Amor, you guys. I can't wait for Casa Amor. It starts on the 4th of July. I cannot wait. Best day off ever, you guys. I cannot wait. I wish it was like a 2-hour episode because I think we're going to feast, you guys. We are going to feast so good. But with that being said, what else? It was just kind of a lot of grafting by Danica during the day. She was talking to Jay, she was talking to Charlie, and this and that. Everybody, like, unless you were under a rock, knew that Ekenzu and Davide were going to get back together in some capacity. So there was that. Basically, Danica had a conversation with Jay where he basically said he was more romantically interested in Antigone compared to her. And it kind of sounded like Charles was at peace with Danica selecting him. But again, I just feel so bad for Danica. Like, there has yet to be a bombshell to come in that that is there for Danica, right? And this is what I don't like when they try to, say, hey, we're including diversity. We're increasing diversity of the show, but it's tactical of when you bring in the diversity, because by that point, either they have limited or no options available by that point, or that bombshell coming in isn't any of theirs type. So then it's a waste, and then it's just a matter of days that they're counting down before they're dumped from the villa. So it sucks. So there is that. Also, production left out a lot of Dami and Dami content, you guys. So when Ekenzu got the text message that tonight was going to be the recoupling, we saw, India sitting on Dami's lap, and it looked like he was like picking her up and carrying her around or doing something, but they cut the clip. But prior to that, they showed Andrew carrying Tasha all around the villa, you guys, unlimited. And then Jax, he gives this half-a apology to Paige, and he's just like, yeah, I'm sorry. And he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna, solve it all in 10 seconds. And I was like, this guy, let me tell you. Then, as they were getting ready for the evening, it looked like Miss Gemma from the terrace had flashed Luca, who was down at the outside shower. So that was interesting. And there was that. So, next thing we get to the recoupling. I think Antigone and Jay were thinking they were going to be coupled up, and Danica said, not so fast, and it caused like all this drama afterwards, you guys. I loved India's speech to Dami of how he makes her feel, how he makes her laugh, how she feels sometimes it's too good to be true, but she's gonna like stick it in. Not stick it in. Where's my mind today? Stick with it. I can't. And then they had like a cute moment, a cute kiss, and then they kept showing the camera to them throughout the recoupling speeches, and they were like holding hands, and then Dami kept coming in, like sneaking in for different kisses, and then they were like low-key kind of matching. So I just thought they were so cute, you guys. I thought they were so cute. Gemma actually gave a nice speech to Luca. Luca said he's been waiting 4 weeks to hear something like that from her. Jax and Paige recouple, and I was just so offended because, first of all, they had Paige go first. Second of all, she was saying all these lovely things as if Jax was a good guy, as if he didn't tell her the other day to bleep off, and that he doesn't care that his heart rate risen for his ex because he was fantasizing back to the times they used to hook up. Like, I just don't know what you guys see in him. What do you guys see in him? Please let me know in the comments, because the red flags just keep coming. They just keep sprouting up, and he's going to break Paige's heart, whether it is in or outside the villa. He is going to break Paige's heart, and I think he's going to be doing some funny stuff at Casa Amor. I already know what it is. He has player written all over it, you guys. Player written all over it. So then pretty much Ekenzu, surprise, she chooses Davide. Everybody laughs because it's like really shocker, at this point, because it's like you've already been coupled up with Jay, and then you've already been coupled up with Charlie. And I feel bad for Charlie too, because obviously there's no connections in there for him. And again, it's like the purpose of a bombshell is you're supposed to bring in that tempter, that temptress that is going to wreak havoc in the couples, but not by force, you guys, but they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And it just seems like a fail. It just seems like a fail this season that the bombshells are not bombing, you guys. And the last bombshell to truly bomb is really Ekenzu. So there is that. So afterwards, after the recoupling ceremony, everybody's pissed at Danica, and everybody's like debriefing. It's like the guys debrief, and they're like, hey, what happened? I thought you told her the door was closed. And, Jay was like, I thought I could have made it more clear that I was more romantically interested in Antigone and blah, 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 but she still chose me. So here's the thing. Before we go any further, let me tell you what that choice was, you guys. That is called tactical choosing, you guys. That is called playing a J game, you guys. That is what that is called, right? Because not too long ago, Jay picked somebody that he knew was not into him, but he was in full pursuit of Paige, knowing she was practically wifed up with Jax. And he still tried to make fetch happen, knowing she didn't see it for him, knowing she was closed off to getting to know him and everything else and the like. But then it's the hypocrisy that it's a problem when Danica does it. And I think it was tactical because at this point you're thinking, okay, there's 7 couples here, right? At some point soon, we're going to be heading to Casa Amor, and at some point soon, there's going to be another dumping, because it's been a little too chill for, about a week or so, right? Because it's been, who are our last people gone? Who last left? Amber and Ikenna. Yeah, because I was thinking back to Remy, and I was like, no, he's been gone. But yeah, Amber and Ikenna were the last people to leave. So it's been a little while, you guys, since our last dumping. So Danica she played it right, you guys. Charlie's the newest bombshell, so not many people know him. Not many people are having a liking to him, this and that. The girls told him to his face that his heart rate challenge dance, which was trash and was cringeworthy and did nothing for them. So I just felt bad for him because I'm like, at the end of the day, he may not be people's cup of tea. He may not be people what they're attracted to and this and that. However, like, it just sucks for certain bombshells because it's like the whole point is to entice people with their type. And it seems as though the producers have done the opposite of that for most of these bombshells for the most part. And even with Antigone, say what you want about her, she's still not bombing either. Where's her romantic interest? Jay can say whatever he wants, but still, where's the progression? Where is the progression, you guys? So then there was a moment in the episode I had an issue with that I felt was very catty and very messy. Like I said in a previous video, I'm starting to notice a very messy and catty side to Tasha and Paige I don't like. And now I understand why Tasha was BFFs with Amber and why so many of the girls took a taken to Amber, because she was like the HBIC in terms of, saying what's on her mind, getting to sparring arguments with Ekenzu. She could be their mouthpiece while they can pretend to be the nice girls and be the nice, quiet girls. But deep down, they're just as messy as Amber, you guys. They're just as messy as Amber. And now that Amber is gone, we see who they really are. Because I never fell for a second that fake nice girl act that Paige, the America sweetheart or whatever, I didn't fall for it at all. I did not fall for it at all. I felt there was something that she was trying to mask and try to portray herself to be a certain way to look good on camera. And she's gotten one heck of an edit. And I had a problem tonight because after the recoupling, it was Antigone and it was Paige and it was Gemma and also, who was the person? Tasha. They were all sitting in the corner talking. And basically it was a bleep fest against Danica for choosing Jay. But the gag is Antigone doesn't even like Jay. She likes Davide and she was hoping to be recoupled with Davide, but she won't give that energy to Ekenzu because she knows Ekenzu will eat her alive. And so India and, Danica walk over because they usually have a debrief after, these recouplings, after these sessions, they have these girl talks. And Paige basically was like, yeah, can you come back later? And India was like, wait, what? Like me and Danica? She's like, yeah. And Gemma had this look on her face that was gold, you guys. Gemma had this look on her face that was gold. She looked at Paige like, WTF. Like, you are not saying anything that is top secret information that isn't going to get back to Danica anyways. And that's how I feel as well, right? Like, if you have a problem with me, tell me to my face. Don't be behind my back and talk trash about me and then be all in my face, like pretending everything's fine. No. You can keep it a buck. They're all adults there. There was no reason to shoo India and Danica away like that, you guys. And I was surprised that Paige especially even pulled that with India because I thought that was her closest friend. And she's like the main one that's always trying to be all over Dami. So I'm like, what are you doing, Paige? Like, I don't know. That just kind of turned me completely off from her. And I'm like, you know what? That's the final strike against Paige because she's doing way too much. And so basically, like I said, it was a bleep fest. But really, we find out later that, in fact, it was Antigone that was upset that Ekenzu chose Davide. She wanted to be the one to still remain in a couple with Davide, even though they have nothing going on as a couple. But she took it all out on Danica because she's upset because I think she knows that Charlie is not as well liked as Jay. And if there were a decision on who to save, they're less likely to save her and she's in jeopardy. So that's what they're really upset about. Not about the lack of connection. And I feel so bad for Dami and India because they're the village therapists. That's why you don't understand why people are trying to run this smear campaign against Dami and India. Like, it's just so very weird, you guys. It is so very weird. And it's just giving me self-hate. It's giving me self-hate and everything else. But everybody seems to go to them for their advice. Everybody seems to go to them to debrief and compare notes. Everybody seems to go to them to assess their problems. And even Dami and India were comparing notes at one point in time. And then again, more people come over to ask what's the tea. Danica, she's seeing the icy looks from all the people in the villa who don't have the balls to tell her to her face what it is. But I appreciate, this is why I like India, you guys. India's not involved in any drama, you guys. She's not involved in any drama. Everybody likes her. And here's the thing. She doesn't play that clique stuff where all the popular cool kids, you know, they're going to hang out here. And because you're the new girl or you're the girl that we find as a threat, we're not going to engage with you. Or we don't want you around because we want to talk crap about you behind your back. And then when it's okay for you to be around us, then we'll invite you over. No. India keeps it a buck. She's going to be cool with everybody, and she is not going to discriminate or treat anybody any differently, regardless of what the relationships and friendships are in the rest of the villa. And I respect the heck out of that, because that is maturity. That is somebody who is going to observe and, you know, weigh in their own personal experience with each individual on how they're going to move and proceed with them, on whether or not it's a friendship or what have you. And so I respect the heck out of India for that. And so it was just funny, the looks that Dami and India were giving, because Danica, like I said, was trying to get the tea. Eventually, Jay got over there and he was like, you know, I thought I was clear that I was romantically interested in Antigone. And I don't believe him. Because if he was, he would have, you know, chose her at the last recoupling, you guys. But he tactically chose Paige because he knew Paige was liked. And he didn't know yet what the public thought of Antigone. So there is that. But you obviously can't say that, because then it's like breaking the fourth wall, right? It's just wild. So finally, Antigone and Danica have a chat. And it was so fake, you guys. The conversation was so fake. Because Antigone's like, yeah, I just wanted you to know I wasn't upset with you or anything. And, you know, I didn't know, maybe there were some things that were misconstrued or whatever. And Danica said, I apologize if you felt that way. I cannot, you guys. But here's the thing. I mean, can we keep it a buck, you guys? Can we keep it a buck? Danica's been she's been handed a very bad hand. She's been given a raw deal. None of those men are into her at that villa, you guys. And so it wouldn't have mattered who she picked as a bombshell, you guys. Because they've all looked at her with disgust in these recoupling ceremonies, you guys. And they have yet to bring in a bombshell that is into her or that is her type. And that's why I think she needs to stay through Casa Amor at least to see if there's potential anywhere. Because it just sucks that, you know, some of these men, they'll hype up certain girls in the villa, but it's like they completely ignore India and Danica, and it's just so weird. It is just so weird. Like, here's the thing. You don't have to, you know, marry these women or whatever, but it's like the lack of respect, the lack of decorum, and just like, well, if I'm not attracted to you or if you're not my type, I'm just not even going to engage with you. Like, that's just cold. That is just absolutely cold. And I don't like this clique. And even the guys are starting to get a little annoying, because it's like they always have each other's backs, to the point that even if they're in the wrong, or even if they're not completely honest about something on their part that may implicate them, they still ride hard for each other. And I have an issue with that, because I don't think Jay is being truly transparent with everybody. Like, I understand Danica knows that he has more romantic feelings towards Antigone, but I also feel there was something that Jay must have told her as well, to where he also understood if she were to pick him. Like, he didn't tell her, don't pick me at all. Those words didn't come out of his mouth. So, but it might as well have, because everybody else is treating her so icy, you guys, like she committed a crime. So there is that. And then after that, you know, everybody kind of just got to bed. And so Luca's up here sucking on Gemma's toes again. I was like, ooh. And then for some reason, Charlie is telling Davide to take care of Ekenzu, because after the recoupling, Ekenzu had him working, you guys, had him making meals, had him making tea or whatever is her routine again. And so the guys were clowning him that, like, he's back under her spell. He's like, no, we're just seeing what this is. But I think low-key, Davide does like Ekenzu, but his ego definitely was bruised with the crawling kissing scandal. Now, I do think that they will last a little bit longer in the villa, and I cannot wait for movie night, you guys. Movie night is going to be lit if Davide and Ekenzu are still in a couple, because the moment that they show Ekenzu crawling on the terrace to kiss Jay twice, I know Ekenzu, or I know Davide is going to lose it, you guys. I know Davide is going to lose it. And then I was surprised because Ekenzu had a chat with Paige and Luca. And so she's aware that Antigone, feels a certain way about her choosing Davide. And so she said, hey, I have to go with my heart. I have to go with, how I feel and everything else. And I don't want to get into it with anybody. And I'm like, yeah, she's being tactical because she knows that a public vote's coming up. However, if this was after a public vote, we would have gotten, the Ekenzu tsunami special, you guys. It would have just came right at us. So I totally expect her after the public vote to go back to being the Ekenzu that we all know. So there is that. Also, Andrew and Tasha are just, they're just up and at it under these sheets, you guys. Jax and Paige are back at it under the sheets. Also, Gemma and Luca, they're rolling around in the bed, you guys. And then Dami and India, what did I tell you? What did I tell you at the beginning of the video when Dami made those pancakes of what was about to go down afterwards? So I just wish sometimes, especially for Dami and India, I wish they spent more time on some of these night cams because I want to do more analyzing of what's really taking place. So there is that. But yeah, I think, we have a dumping that's going to be coming up soon. I'm thinking it's probably going to be one boy and one girl, most likely. However, I don't know if they're going to do it via the couple with the lowest votes or if they're going to put the bottom two couples this time, and then the girls have to save a guy and the guys have to save a girl and this and that. But I am hoping no matter what happens that either Gemma, I misspoke, but either Jax and Paige see that bottom or Andrew and Tasha see that bottom again, you guys, because they're not giving. And now that I'm starting to see Paige's true colors, I understand now why she wants to stick with Jax, right? Because people, they do what they allow. And Paige allows herself to be disrespected. And instead of her taking out her frustrations on Jax when she knows Jax isn't treating her right and is behaving like an F-boy, she takes it out and is catty instead, with the women. And I don't like that. And then she's two-faced about it too. And I don't like that. So there was that. Because, I'm just so mad, especially how she came at India and Danica. It was just so rude. And it was even India, she's not even involved in any of these other relationships. So why are you even coming at her like that? It was just low down. It was just absolutely low down. And that's why I just really hope that, it's in the cards for Dami and India to win. Because I just find them so pure. I find them so genuine. And I just really see, the connection and the chemistry and everything else that they have. And I just find them to be so cute. And I just wish the slander would stop. You don't have to sabotage other people to lift up your faves, So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. I can't wait to see the next episode. We're all locked in. And can you believe it? Love Island USA premieres in a couple weeks, you guys. And I believe the Challenge USA premieres next week. Super Short All-Stars just started where Trina and Johnny from Love Island are in there. And already there's some messy clips in there. So we've got a lot to get to. This summer is jam-packed with reality TV, and Big Brother, you guys, is starting next week, even though they are not telling us any information for some reason. So there's that. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.